having an idea, no matter how good the idea is, in this day and time, does not really matter if you don't know how to turn that idea into money. Because the idea will just be taking up space in your head without execution. And what is the essence? Except maybe it is a passion that it is not meant to generate anything for you. But as long as you know that this idea is meant to be a cash generating machine for you, then the question is, how do you turn this idea into a cash generating machine? And that is what I want us to focus on in this video. How can you turn your ideas into a cash generating machine? At the end of this video, I have a free gift, which is a guide, actionable steps you can take in order to turn your ideas into cash generating machine. But please permit me in this video to stay on one skill that you need to complement with your idea, so that before you know it, your idea can begin to produce cash for you. Let's go into it. One thing you need with your idea is, do you know how to sell? Do you know how to sell? Because if you have an idea and you don't know how to sell that idea, I can tell you that you will only live in frustration. Because as long as that idea is occupying your head, but you don't know how to turn it into cash, it will only lead to frustration. And many people are frustrated. When you talk about, I have an idea, we all have an idea of one thing or the other. But the matter is, how are we going to turn that idea into cash? So the question is, do you know how to sell? If you know how to sell, then what is holding you back? If you don't know how to sell, let me give you the examples so that you can draw strength from them, that it is possible for you to have an idea, and just because you don't know how to sell it does not mean you should be limited, or does not mean you should die with the idea. So I want to give us the examples of those who only had the idea, and they are popular people. Number one is the man called Steve Wozniak. You might say, who is Steve Wozniak? If I ask you today, who owns Apple or who founded Apple, I'm sure you may say Steve Jobs. But it was not Steve Jobs that founded Apple. It was the man called Steve Wozniak. Steve Wozniak was the idea guy. He only found a guy who knows how to sell, and that man's name is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs knew how to sell. So it was a combination of idea and sales that brought about Apple, the biggest company in the world today. So it was a combination. So the question is, even though you don't know how to sell, do you know someone who knows how to sell? I was talking with a mother of recent. She had an idea, but the son knows how to use the social media well. I said, you can combine. You come up with the idea, let him market it on social media for you. Before you know it, it becomes a profitable venture. So it could be someone around you that you know that this person knows how to use the social media so well. Collaborate with the person. It could be your son, it could be your friend. Collaborate with the person. If you don't know how to sell, you don't know how to use the social media to your advantage, find somebody who can, and you know that this idea can be turned into a cash generating machine. Then collaborate with the person who can sell on the internet today. That's number one. Number two example is Mark Zuckerberg. I'm sure you know Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg was an idea guy. He came up with the idea. So he came up with the idea of Facebook, but he did not know how to sell the idea. So he came in contact with a guy called Sean Parker. I'm sure you don't know who Sean Parker is, but Sean Parker was a sales guy. So Sean Parker knew how to sell, and that's why we have Facebook as popular as it is today. The fifth biggest company in the whole world as at today. Number three is Tesla. I'm sure you have heard of Tesla Motors, Tesla. And the brain behind it is Elon Musk. But the question is it Elon Musk that came up with the idea? Definitely not. It was a man called Martin Eberhard that came up with the idea of Tesla. But Elon Musk is a sales guy. He knows how to sell. So I'm only trying to say this so that if you don't know how to turn your idea into sales, just look for for someone around you who knows how to use social media, who knows how to market, who knows how to sell, who knows how to pitch, and just collaborate with the person. Let the person do the selling for you. You can have an agreement. That's why you see companies also still using influencers today, using celebrities. They know that they know how to sell. They know that by using their influence, they can get sales. It's a strategy. No one is an island. So the reason why the idea will not remain in your mind forever is you collaborating with great minds who can help you to sell the idea. The fourth example is the McDonald's. I'm sure you know McDonald's, a popular restaurant founded by the McDonald's twins, but they didn't know how to sell the idea. Then they came in contact with a guy called Ray Kroc, who knows how to sell. The way to turn your idea into a cash generating machine is either you learn how to sell, you find a salesperson, somebody who is good in selling, or who knows how to use the social media to sell, who knows how to pitch, or you find an influencer. That may cost you money. Just find a way to get that idea, turn it into a product, and put it out there. Just like I said, I have a gift, I have a free guide for you. I will drop the link in the description below. Download it there, follow those ones, but the major skill that you need, the major thing you need to turn your idea into money is to know how to sell or to find a salesperson. Those are just actionable steps. Take those steps before we enter into 2025. I recommend you watch this video, how to turn your skills into money, in order to complement this video. So we meet in our next video. Stay blessed.